Tight. I'm trying to get all the data from our last vlog up into the cloud. Let's see how long that's going to take. 8 hours? 8 hours to get a terabyte of data into the cloud? Well, it looks like we have some time. Hey, did I forget the introductions? I am so sorry. Where's my Southern hospitality? My name is Rob. I'm one of the content producers here at OinkChing. So excited to have you back for yet again another episode. Joining me behind the scenes. I know this isn't exciting, but this is kind of how the creative process works here. Did you see last week's episode on Kennesaw Mountain? What an awesome piece. Kennesaw Mountain is such a landmark in this area here. I'm from Florida. We don't have rocks coming out of the ground anywhere down there. We do have some really nice beaches though. Georgia. Brown water, that's a lake. It's not a beach. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, Kennesaw Mountain is just one of the coolest places. I've connected with it since I've been here. Go back and watch that vlog. You'll be happy you did. I'll leave you a link below in the description box there. And hey, while you're down there, you see that subscribe button? You see that like button? Hey, that's the currency we live in today. If you don't mind hitting one of those, let us know you're there. Let us know you're engaging. We're just so excited to be on this journey with you. And I'm a little bit embarrassed that it's taking this long to get the content up to date. So do me a favor, hold tight. All right, let's see where we're at. It's been about 8 hours. Yeah, it looks like we finally got this thing uploaded. Oh boy, that was a worry. Are you buying this? Thinking you're not buying this, right? The light hasn't changed. It's the internet, right? You know, the production value is kind of low, so we do the best we can. Anyway, no, it's actually still uploading. It's only been 5 minutes. I made all that stuff up. Anyway, so hey, this week we're going to take a look back, a little behind the scenes, a little BTS action, if you will, at last week's vlog on Kennesaw Mountain. We want to bring you into the storytelling process a little bit, let you see what happens behind the scenes, these shoots, everything going on. People have asked us a lot of questions. So the purpose of the vlog this week is to bring you back into the vlog, show you a little bit what goes into it, the storyboarding process, the shooting process, and you got to catch a little bit. That was reality. What I was doing there, all these things plugged into my computer, uploading into the cloud, the whole terabyte thing, yeah, all of that is accurate, all right? So anyway, Drew came to me and said, hey Rob, don't you think it's time we do that vlog on Kennesaw Mountain? I said, sure. You know what? I've got an idea. I know what we're gonna do. Can you write me a script on what it's like to start a startup? You know, what's it like to be in your position? What's it like to look at the mountain ahead, the climb, the daily step to get to that point of startup to success? We'll write that script. You can do a voiceover. We'll put it with footage of you going up the mountain. It's gonna be great. Perfect. So Drew goes in his office. Time out. Drew's been drinking a lot of energy drinks lately. Look, I'm kind of a water person myself, but he is totally into the energy drinks. Comes in every day with like 1 or 2, you know, under his arm, goes in his office, shuts the door. He's got this office here now. I don't think he can hear me, but he's in there just slamming energy drinks all day long. So he comes in there, comes out all jacked up. Rob, I got this script right off, hot off the presses, hot off the presses. Here's your script. I get the script. I look at it. I'm like, Drew, this isn't what we talked about. This isn't on brand at all. This is about you growing up in Marietta and climbing the mountain and looking out the window. Can you go back in your office and like the one we talked about? Can you do that one? Right? Like I've got a specific idea in mind. So he goes back in his office, shuts the door. I hear the can, you know, the sound when the can opens. I hear the can open. So he comes out even more jacked up, comes back with this introspective, like super poetic, super cheesy script, you know, script number 2. And I'm like, this isn't going to work. Like, let's go back to the first one. We'll make some changes. I'll do a shot list. We'll go on the mountain. We'll get these shots. We'll call it a day. From a philosophical standpoint, as much as I gave Drew crap about his cheesy script, and you know what, it was pretty cheesy. Nonetheless, That voiceover, that script, it's the lifeblood of the story. And I can't change the words, but I can change the creative direction. For that initial piece, it was supposed to be very brand specific. You know, the visuals, that climb of the mountain was to carry the storyline. But when we revised it, when I took the words for what they were, it became very personal, very, very reassuring. So yeah, we were going to still film climbing up the mountain, but I also wanted to sort of go back and forth filming Drew in his office. So realizing that the mountain was out his window, always reminding him of the climb that he had every day, but also reminding him all the times that he climbed that mountain in the past. All right, so as I put the shot list together, I was kind of staring at the first line, and it says, "Amongst the rolling hills of Atlanta, there is this mountain." Very epic line by Drew. Means I need an epic shot of a mountain that, quite frankly, physically, if you saw it, it's not that epic. Historically, it's rather epic, but that's another vlog for another day. Nonetheless, I knew I couldn't fly a drone because it's a national park and there's airports all around here. I mean, come on, Atlanta. How many planes do you think we have flying around here? So drone shot was a no-go. So I decided, hey, how about a time lapse? Unfortunately, it was a super cloudy day, which I did not think I was going to get much light. And as you look at the piece here, you can see the steeples in the foreground, which I thought kind of connected a little bit to the story, to the script. But you can also see as that light moved through, moved across the city and the trees and then up the mountain. That is exactly what I was looking for. I was really happy with that shot. I only got one, probably shot 15, 20 different tries at it. Only got the one shot, but here's the thing about video. Sometimes you only need one. We were quickly reminded why we decided to do a voiceover, why we recorded the script ahead of time, and that was, quite frankly, logistics. It's a mountain. It's a mile to the top. You're not going to get up there without heavy breathing. And it's kind of sad when you're walking and you're breathing heavy and people are just running past you as if it's nothing, just a stroll through the park. But hey, we are what we are. So we decided that, hey, heavy breathing has its place. Heavy breathing doesn't have its place on our vlog. So we went out ahead of time. We got a shot list together. We saw the spots. We looked for the good light. We looked for the good layers. We looked for the good shooting places. And we made our way accordingly with the script already recorded. So in storytelling, there's some fundamental aspects that transcend any story you tell. And for me, a really important one is a sense of place. You want the viewer to feel the location, to feel the place, to see themselves there. For this shot, I really liked the fence posts and the ability to create a bit of a parallax effect, right? So as you move the camera up and you have the picket fences, you also have Drew walking in another direction. So you have this double movement happening at one time, which brings the viewer in. The key to something like this, though, is to keep it smooth. I'm not going to get too deep into the woods on the technical stuff. I realize that's not what this is really about. This isn't the audience for that, but a few factors that go into this. Number one is, having the right lens. We used a wide angle lens that sort of reduces some of the shake. We took advantage of the stabilization, so basically the sensor and the camera will actually move to counteract some of the shakiness. And then just shooting at a higher frame rate and slowing down the footage to the point where it really becomes cinematic, it really becomes buttery and smooth, and I just love it. It's just makes me feel a certain way, right? So I don't like to be overly literal with the script. I like to be transformative. I like to be imaginative, but there's a line in the script that says, "Never feeling dry land between the toes." So I knew that needed to be a tighter shot. I needed it to be a shot landing the foot. So it was pretty simple to get. I just set up the camera, focused on a point, and made sure I had Drew land his foot there. And what I really liked is sort of that bounce of the step through the sneakers. I felt like that was pretty effective, and quite frankly, a red shoe, right? I didn't tell Drew to wear red shoes. I didn't tell him to wear a Hawaiian shirt either, but hey, the red shoes actually work pretty well for this shot. So pretty pleased with this one. What takes a story to the next level is adding bonus elements. And in this case, we're walking through the parking lot. There's a parking lot you can actually drive to the top or near the top. We walked all the way to the top. And as we were walking along, I saw the corner of my eye this guy on a unicycle. And it looked to me like he was going to be passing right by Drew. It didn't make a lot of sense to me at the time, but something that went through my mind, like, ooh, juxtaposition. You have this guy on a unicycle, like, what's his story? But for me, it's like I had to pull the camera up, get the focus ready, get the record ready, and sort of get it naturally without the person seeing it, because once they see you, once you lose that ninja aspect of it all, you kind of lost it. So for me, this is one of those bonus shots. It may not make a lot of sense, but you weren't ready for it, right? You can't write this into the script. You would have never imagined some guy in a unicycle would just happen to be in the parking lot when he was. But nonetheless, I took advantage of it. I included it. A little weird, but super cool to me. I like it. I made the video. I get to keep it. All right, next. So as I get to the end of the piece, the script talks about, it's just an eroded old pile of rocks, but doesn't that sound perfect for an anchor? So I just wanted to take advantage of being at the top of the mountain. It's that epitome of the climb. I wanted to be sort of a portrait, sort of a profile. So I finished on Drew looking off in the distance. I felt like that was a good way to land the story. So, all right, so as we come to a close, thank you so much for being on board with us. I hope you found this informative. I hope you found it mildly entertaining. Above all else, I hope you find the value that we have in storytelling. I love storytelling. As a company, we love storytelling. Quite frankly, we're a financial literacy company. What we teach are financial topics. They can be heady. They can be quite boring. So we want to bring you in. We want to show you who we are, that we're real people, that you can connect with us, that there's an authenticity to OinkChing's. So that's a storytelling process. Again, hope you enjoyed it. Can't wait to have you back for another episode. Until then, see ya from the Peach State. All right.